Welcome back, everybody. Well, some people may be wondering how our country fell so hard, so fast. Well, it's a very simple answer. We have the most unserious White House, the most joke of a White House this nation has ever seen.
When I speak to the business roundtable and the muckety-mucks, they're good, a lot of decent people. They look at me like, hey, guys, don't jump, okay? But all kidding aside.
What do you miss most about your old life?
You know, I love The Godfather, the movies The Godfather.
America invented this computer chip. We invented it by investing in going to the moon a while ago, okay?
Welcome to the happy place.
I'm so happy to be in the happy place.
Thank you. Why did you choose to stop by the happy place?
Why wouldn't one go to the happy place? We search for the happy place.
By the way, anybody who doesn't think we have global warming, hang out with me, man. Travel every major fire I've been to.
Don't hear no, because you know my saying? I eat no for breakfast.
I've been in and out of Iraq and Iran, but Iraq, not Iran, I misspoke, Iraq and Afghanistan over 30 times.
One day I'm going to write a cookbook, but I've started to actually write my recipes. The family joke is that if somebody asks me for the recipe, I'll just say, well, it's a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know the average tax rate they pay? 8, E-I-G-H%. 8%.
And that's just this week, everybody. Comedian and Turning Point ambassador Bobby Sausalito is here. Bobby, great to see you again. Glad to have you back on the show. Can't make this up. It is just ridiculous. I mean, you could fill 24 hours of programming with all these gaffes from this administration. Do you think that they believe this is a good look for them? I mean, is there nobody off stage telling them to act, you know, a little bit more presidential?
It's funny because I think that they're so unlikable and it's so embarrassing that I almost think that they're kind of just rubbing it in our face. It's like you watch John Fetterman get out of his vehicle to go to work, and the guy's wearing shorts and a hooded sweatshirt to go to a job where he represents people. Yeah, there it is.
Right.
It's like I really think that they're shoving our face in it, and it's just embarrassing. She said she eats nose for breakfast. What is that? The kid's like, no. He doesn't even know how to make sense of that. He's embarrassed for her.
The kid feels awkward. Yeah, I think
exactly.
he was. That was a very cringeworthy moment there. Let me play this unintentionally savage moment from that Kamala Harris interview. Listen.
Would you go into space if you had the chance? And if so, what is the maximum amount of time you'd be willing to stay out there for?
Is that a request? Sadly, I think that there are those who would prefer that I would stay on Earth for the time.
I mean,
no, there's not.
I don't know what people want. I'm ready to start the GoFundMe. I don't know about you. I think it would raise a lot of money. She could stay as long as she wants. It sounds like that kid is pretty smart. He was asking her, how long do you want to go? we'll send you there.
I would vote for the kid, to be completely honest with you. It's actually it actually reminds me of this time where she shot a video about getting kids interested in space, and they couldn't even get normal kids to be in the clip. They had to hire kids, and she's like, "You're gonna go to space, to the moon. You can see it with your own 2 eyes." And the kids are like, "Cool." They had to pay people to pretend like it was interesting. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I feel like we're going to have a generation of kids that see this administration and, you know, a lot of little kids, I want to be president one day. They're going to see these two and say, you know what, I'm going to be a doctor, a lawyer. You know, there's so many other careers out there. I don't want to look like those two clowns. But let's talk about Joe Biden a little bit. Speaking of clowns, or actually, nope, John Fetterman. John Fetterman. Let's do Fetterman because, listen, he's all over the place. We know that. This is what we got from him today. It's 420 on 420. That's the tweet with a very interesting flag there. And, of course, he's wearing his signature baggy hoodie. I mean, is this the new standard, Bobby? Capitol Hill on crack?
You know, what it should teach every young person is that absolutely any person can be in the White House and absolutely any person can represent other people. Because this guy is basically a meatbag. They basically picked him up and threw him over the finish line. You watch the guy speaking in his sessions today. It's like the other people are like, okay, it's like a little child is reading. And it's like, I'm not trying to make fun of the guy's medical condition, but he represents millions of people. It's like we have to look at the logic and reason of the situation. The guy needs to be at home recovering. It's not an insult on the guy. It's just, what about all the millions of people he represents? It's insulting to all of us, really.
Yes. Bobby, listen, no disrespect. Hope he gets the treatment and the care that he needs, but clearly not equipped to be a United States Senator, given his health concerns. Bobby Sausalito, great to see you. Come back
My pleasure.
soon.
Thanks for having
Appreciate
me.
it.
Thanks.
And that'll do it for us, everybody.